You walk in the door, keys in one hand, bag slipping off your shoulder. Maybe you call out a casual, "Hey buddy," and there they are. Your cat lifts their head, locks eyes with you, slowly rises, and then that stretch. Front legs reaching forward like they're claiming the entire hallway. Back arched, toes spread dramatically. Sometimes they even glide toward you mid-stretch like it's a rehearsed performance. And if you're honest, you've wondered, is that for me? Because if it is, if that stretch is some quiet sign of affection or trust, then it matters. But what if it's not? What if it's just random muscle mechanics, and you've been turning it into a love story that doesn't exist? Or worse, what if they used to stretch when they saw you, and now they don't? Did something change? Did you miss something? Is that tiny doorway yoga session actually a relationship indicator? It sounds dramatic, but once you start thinking about it, it's hard to unthink it. So before we decide your cat is either secretly devoted to you or quietly emotionally distancing themselves, let's slow this down. Because what's really happening in that stretch is more layered and more reassuring than it first appears. And once you see it clearly, you'll never look at that doorway moment the same way again. Let's start simple. Stretching in mammals is called pandiculation. It resets muscle tension. It increases circulation. It wakes up the nervous system after rest. In other words, your cat just got up. If they were lying down when you came in, their body needs a reset. That's the basic layer. But here's where it gets interesting. Think about this for a second. They don't always stretch when they wake up. Sometimes they lift their head, see you, and then stretch. Timing matters, and timing is where behavior shifts from purely physical to potentially social. So let's go deeper. Reason number 1, transition energy. Oh, the environment just changed. Stretching helps regulate that shift. You've probably seen something similar when they stretch before play or before walking toward the food bowl. It's like their body saying, "Okay, we're moving into a new phase." Here's the part most people miss. If your presence consistently signals safety and predictability, that transition feels calm. And calm transitions often include relaxed stretching. But if transitions felt tense, unpredictable, stressful, you'd likely see something else, which brings us to something subtle but powerful. Reason number 2, it can signal comfort. You've probably heard, cats only stretch in front of people they trust. That's a bit dramatic. Cats stretch in lots of environments, but context matters. When a cat stretches fully, belly partially exposed, limbs extended, claws relaxed, they are not in a defensive posture. They are not preparing to flee. They are not bracing. They're comfortable enough to lengthen. And lengthening requires relaxation. Now, here's where we gently raise the stakes. If your cat regularly stretches when they see you, especially with soft eyes, slow blinks, or even a little walk toward you, that pattern suggests your presence lowers their guard. Not because they're making a romantic speech about it, but because their nervous system isn't activated in a defensive way. That's a good sign. It doesn't mean you are their chosen soul human forever and ever. But it does mean your arrival is not perceived as a threat, which in cat language is actually high praise. But stretching isn't only about comfort. There's another layer hiding in plain sight. Reason number 3, social signaling. Watch closely next time. Does your cat stretch and then move toward you? Do they stretch near your feet? Do they make eye contact during it? Sometimes stretching becomes a low-key social bridge. Not dramatic, not theatrical, just a soft opener. It's similar to when cats stretch near each other in multi-cat homes. It's non-confrontational. It says, "I'm here, I'm relaxed, the space is safe." Think of it like a body language version of "hey." And here's something fascinating. In social species, visible relaxation can reduce tension for everyone in the room. When one animal stretches calmly, it signals low threat. So when your cat stretches in your presence, it can also reinforce a calm emotional loop between you. You come home. They stretch. You smile. Energy settles. Over time, that becomes a pattern. And cats love predictable patterns. But wait, what about the paw stretch? Because that one gets wildly over-romanticized online. Reason number 4, the paw extension and scent question. You've seen it. They stretch and flex their toes wide. Some people claim this is scent marking you with emotional pheromones of devotion. Let's gently dial that back. Yes, cats have scent glands in their paws. Yes, stretching can lightly engage them. But most of the time, this is muscle extension. It's biomechanical. If it happens near you consistently, it may combine physical reset with environmental marking. But it's not a deliberate love stamp. It's more like, this is my comfortable space. And if you're in that space, well, that includes you, which is sweet, without needing to be mystical. But here's where the curiosity shifts. What if your cat used to stretch when they saw you, and doesn't anymore? Let's talk about that. First, perspective. Cats change routines for dozens of reasons. Different sleep spot, age, temperature, time of day, household shifts. Stretch frequency isn't a loyalty meter. If your cat stops stretching at the door, it doesn't automatically mean emotional distance. Look at the broader pattern. Are they still approaching? Still blinking slowly? Still sleeping nearby? Behavior lives in clusters, not single actions. One stretch doesn't define a relationship. And here's the reassuring part. Most cats stretch near their humans simply because you are part of their daily rhythm. Not because they're composing a secret sonnet. But rhythm matters, which brings us to something subtle and powerful. Reason number 5, anticipation. Sometimes the stretch is tied to what happens next. You come home. That might mean feeding time, play session, door opening, attention, routine check-in. Stretching can be part of the activation sequence. It's like a tiny physical warm-up. Have you ever noticed it happens more at consistent times of day? That's not deep emotional symbolism. That's pattern anticipation. And anticipation in cats often shows up as movement, tail lift, stretch, approach. It's readiness. And readiness is neutral to positive energy, not anxiety, which is good news. Let's zoom out. If your cat stretches when they see you, it likely means one or more of these. They just woke up. They're regulating a transition. They're comfortable. They're anticipating something. They're signaling relaxed presence. It doesn't require you to respond perfectly. You don't have to kneel and whisper affirmations. You don't have to interpret it like ancient scroll text. If you want to deepen connection, you can. Move slowly toward them. Offer a gentle hand. Blink softly. Speak calmly. But even if you just smile and walk inside, you're probably fine. Cats build bonds over consistency, not single moments. And here's something quietly reassuring. If your cat stretches in front of you at all, they don't feel threatened by you. That's foundational. And in cat language, foundational safety is everything. So let's go back to that image. You walk in, your cat sees you, and that slow, deliberate stretch unfolds like a furry accordion. Is it love? Maybe partially? Is it trust? Often, yes. Is it muscle biology doing its job? Absolutely. But most importantly, it's a moment of regulation in your shared space. And that's what matters. You don't need to turn it into a dramatic emotional headline. You can just enjoy it. That little pause, that quiet, stretchy greeting. It's your cat saying, in their own understated way, the environment shifted, and I'm okay with it. And honestly, that's a pretty solid relationship review. All right, that's your doorway mystery solved. And speaking of doorways, I just got home, which means it's showtime. See you on the next one. FurEver.